A lot of you may have thought that Luka has lost his place in the game now that Boothilll has released. However, what if I were to tell you that you can actually play them side by side and achieve some pretty amazing results? Well, we're going to hop into MOC 12, both sides, and use this Boothilll, Luka, Ronmei, and Gallagher team. We're actually using a sustain this time, and even though we're not playing 3 support characters, we're going to achieve some pretty crazy results. Now, really quick, the synergies that we've got going on in this team is that regardless of who breaks either Luka or Boothilll, both of them can re-trigger. We can either go with the Talon or E6 procs for Luka, and obviously the re-triggers of the breaks with Boothilll in his kit. Now, the weakness break efficiency from Ronmei is going to help both of these characters significantly while also helping our sustained character. Gallagher is not only going to be applying a 12% break damage increase, it might actually go more, that's just what I've got at level 2, and it's going to help you get some really good break numbers and actually increase that damage as opposed to just running a sustained character who's actually not going to do anything. So, hit that subscribe button if you're not already, let's hop into the run and let's see what Boothilll Luka can accomplish. For the first side versus Argenti, we do want to start with Gallagher's technique, not Luka's, because that would break that left fish. Now, after we use the basic from Ronmei, we're then going to target the pig. This is a really nice buff for Boothilll, so it does make him seem a little bit better and break teams in general better, so even when Firefly comes out too, do just try to keep your expectations in check a little bit, because this showcase is also an example of a little bit of a higher ceiling than what it should be. Now, we are going to deal a little bit of toughness there and then kill the fish. That way, when we attack the elites, we're always at 3 stacks, so we can deal that maximum break damage. Perfect. Take the toughness down of the left enemy a little bit, and at this point, we're just going to wait for Boothill's turn, and then we can start dealing some real damage. Adios. Bang. Now at this point, Luka's ult is going to come onto the left enemy. We do actually need to one-shot that enemy with Boothill's final turn. So Luka is going to come in handy here and re-trigger the break on this enemy before the cycle finishes. Beautiful.
Step up, let's see ya.
Now, Luka's damage in particular might actually be a little bit lower, and that's just because there's almost no depth shred on the team. We've got E1 Ronmei, that is the only source, so 20%, and if you use a Pela, for example, and get up to 76% or 56%, that's when you are going to see some real bleed numbers, but even with Gallagher, it is still crazy good. Now here, we're going to get the free turn at 0 action value, use Gallagher's ult second. This is very important to make sure that Gallagher skips Boothill's turn at 0 action value, because now it's just enough toughness. It's crazy, yeah. Gallagher's basic enhanced does a crazy amount of toughness. Yeah, so pretty much 30 action value into the wave. Argenti is already half dead. And Boothilll does have his 2 stacks, but we'll still just skill to keep it. And at this point, since Ronmei is out of commission, it's pretty wonderful, because now her buffs are going to stay consistent for the entire duration. Amazing. That is because she got stunned in the last round, so the damage actually is fine regardless, but... Now the vulnerability is going to come onto Argenti's head, and now we can actually use Boothilll, take down the toughness even further, which is now going to allow Luka to break. Now the shot right there is also going to trigger the Eagle set, bringing Boothilll within this cycle. Bang. And Argenti, time to say goodbye. Sustain 0 cycle. For this second side, this is a little bit of a better test because it's AoE and we're going at this with only 2 single target characters. Now Gallagher is AoE, however without Harmony Trailblazer and without Super Break, he's not going to be doing any real damage. He's pretty much just here for toughness damage and his besotted state, which is going to increase our break damage.
All will be swept away by the wind.
Now at this point, we've got the ult up on Ronmei, so we can actually target this right enemy and apply physical. Beautiful. Bang, bang. Now 2 stacks, so not maximum damage, but it's fine. We're going to take down the toughness a little bit with Luka, and now that enemy is the only one we're not going to be able to break with physical because we don't want to waste an ult on it. So we do need to chip away at it, and hopefully over time the fire burns will take it out.
Give up.
Retrigger for the bleed here, and not bad at all.
So this is the
Here
one
we are
with
going
my
to cleanse
eternal-
Ranmei because we do not want her ult to have 2 turns of, you know, not being up. So we really need to use that skill point, get that energy back so her ult is back as fast as possible. Now here, the free turn, free break effect, wonderful. Already in standoff, so don't have to use a skill point. And he does get the energy from the kill. Would have got it from the dot regardless, but it's fine. Almost there. Almost there. So at this point, we really need this left enemy to die because the right one will just die to the bleed. So Boothilll, wonderful. A couple of crits from his kit. There we go. So at the very beginning of this, same idea as the first one, we're going to start popping our ult, getting some 0 action value turns. The buff will advance Boothilll. Luka is going to deal toughness to the center enemy because it has 240 toughness versus I believe 180 for the left one. So the maximum Boothilll can do with 3 stocks and Ranmei is 225. I'm only a couple off there if I am, but I believe it's 225. So you just need a little bit of damage on that middle guy, and then you can one-shot it. Wonderful. And then, since the left one is only 180, it actually would have been able to break even at max toughness.
Give up.
Beautiful. So already, everybody's broken. We're getting that 15 or 30% overall damage increase, and since they're all shared, doesn't matter which one we attack. Might as well attack the one with the biggest bleeds, which is the enemy with the most toughness and HP, which is the middle guy. So that is the one you do want to re-trigger the bleeds with on both Boothilll and Luka.
Step up, let's see ya.
Wonderful.
All of you stance.
Now at this point, since we're in standoff, we don't want to pop the ult because we're not going to benefit from the action advance. We'll pop it now, killing the Trotter again and just getting a free turn here. It's kind of like using Bronya, you know, in the form of a pig, if Bronya was a pig. At this point, with 4 stacks of the MOC, we've got an extra 200% break effect. Pretty crazy. Take down the toughness just a little bit, and now Boothilll will be able to break the center guy. Woof.
All of you stand still.
Time to do your thing, Boothilll.
Let's duel. Time's up.
Grace and elegance. Eternal.
Skill should just barely get it up. That was beautiful.
Every petal and all will be swept away by the wind.
Not a bad re-trigger there. Now we do want to be careful. Do not want to use Gallagher's ult because it will kill the pig, wasting our action advance.
Bring it on.
So we just rather use it in a little bit of a better way. And since we get Boothill's ult up here, I was originally going to go after the pig, but you know, what's really the point when I can break this guy in just broad daylight? Bang. It's over. 3 cycles for a sustained team. 5 total 5 stars, not bad. For the builds, we had Boothilll 207, same set as the last 2 videos. Wind Luka is on the Herdershop Light Cone, 142. Does get up to 145 to hit that Talia threshold with Ranmei. Ranmei on Watchmaker, of course. Extra 30% is great. 20% Def Shred does help out all of our break damage, and Gallagher as well. That is all we got for this video. Join the Discord, like the video, comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios.